Hi guys, let's do my makeup in 5 minutes. So I'm currently at work and it's currently 8 a.m. and today I'll be wearing red bold lipstick. So I already applied my moisturizer and now I'm just applying my primer with my hand and I'm just massaging under my eye because I didn't get enough sleep, obviously. So massage, obviously all over your face, and do not ever forget your neck. Making sure there is little air, to just dry up the primer. Feels so soft, I promise. Next, I'll be going in with my Huda foundation that I love so much and that it's also long lasting. Tap, 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 lightly press all over your face. Next, I'll be putting on my concealer, which is a lighter shade downwards. It's not my color, it's lighter kwenda chini. So yes, I have a lighter one and I have the one that matches my shade. Excuse the stranger, I'm in the washroom. I'll be highlighting my nose also because I have a bone straight nose that I love so much. Highlighting your nose will help you have a very structured face. As I wait for the highlighted nose to sit, the concealer to sit on my lighter concealer to sit on my nose, I'll be tapping on my under eye that I had let sit the concealer. Tap, 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 tap. You can take as much time as you want to tap because the more you tap, the better. The better your foundation and concealer will sit on your face. Excuse that stranger also. I'm adding more concealer because I just want a bright under eye. On this day I wanted a bright under eye because I'll be wearing a red lipstick that is quite bold, so I wanted something bright under my eye. Still adding more concealer. Do not be scared to add more concealer. Just add and until you get a lighter shade that you wish to get on that day. Still on my nose. I actually do love a bone straight nose. I don't know why, but I feel like the nose is quite an important feature in the face, and highlighting it is top tier to just give your face a structure and shape. So I'm still tapping. Next, I'll be using this eye pencil, a brown eye pencil, to still, I'm sharpening it, to still contour, to structurize my bone straight featured nose that I love so much, by the way. Excuse that stranger. So I'm using this brown eye pencil, will help map out the structured part of under your eye, not even under, on top of your eye. Let me remember how it's called. Eyebrow, guys, I'm so sorry. Eyebrow, your eyebrows up to your nose, it helps contour. So I'm done and I'll be going, you see it's actually used. So I'll be using a black concealer to contour my jaw, to give it a shape, also to just give it a structure. And I use the blackest shade of black to contour my jaw because it makes it stand out. By the way, it does. You'll see at the end of the video how structured my jaw is also. Hata kama umeniona in person also, you'll see how structured my jawbone is. So next, this is my eyeshadow palette that I usually use to also contour, but yeah, I think I'm going for the highlighter. This is what I've been talking about. I like highlighting my nose to just give it a shiny, shimmery look, and to just make my nose stand out, by the way. It usually takes a lot of time to do my nose. I don't know why, by the way. I'm obsessed with it. But as I feel like, as a makeup artist, as an individualized makeup artist, you have to learn your face. And if you feel like this is the part of your face that makes you stand out, you have to use it. And for me, I find it easier to structurize my face, and just because it's quite bold, and I love it. And yeah. I'm doing the final touches and just confirming. Not yet satisfied. Still not satisfied with how it's coming out, but yeah. If you do your own makeup, you know how hard it is to just feel like, okay, this is enough contour, this is enough highlighter, this is enough shine, this is enough blush. Sometimes you just want to keep going. So next, this is what I'm going to do next. I'm using the back of my sponge to just lightly tap a browner shade on my cheekbones, because I don't think on this day I'd be going with blush, because I feel like if I'll be putting on a red lipstick, it's already bright. So if I add red blush, it'll be too much. So I'll just be tapping the other side of my sponge with a browner shade of eyeshadow. I'm using eyeshadow because I like it. I use it as powder sometimes. You can use your makeup however you want, guys. That's why it's called makeup. Make it up. And obviously I'm at work, so I'm using very little products. That's why maybe you cannot see, but it's kind of a soft glam type of thing. So yes, this is my best part actually. Apart from structurizing my face, powder. I always go for a lighter shade of powder for my under eye. Like, even if it's 10 shades lighter, that is what I want. Even if it's even now, I didn't find a whitish powder, the whitest. That's why I'm going with this one. But yeah, so I'm just putting light. I'm just lightly pressing my powder sponge under my eye, obviously my under my mouth, and on top of my mouth kidogo, but mostly under my eye. Remember to let your concealer and foundation sit before you press on the powder, or maybe just go immediately you're done pressing the foundation, go with the concealer, let it sit, and then immediately go with the powder so that it can sit, because sometimes the powder can look cakey, which it's not a big deal, but avoid. Putting a little on my eyebrow, to just mop out the eyebrow. Eyebrows literally are very important because they show us which shape your face is. I'm loving the makeup look already. So at this point, I lined my lips. I don't know where the clip went, but I lined my lips, and then wow, jumped straight into the red lipstick. I didn't record applying it because I was having a hard time, but yeah, I applied the red lipstick and I loved this makeup look, guys. I got a lot of compliments. I loved how it looked. It was bold, it was beautiful. I loved it. Oh, by the way, that is the Maybelline red lipstick, the one that's currently, you know, on sale, and I love it. So this is some oil that I stole from my mom's purse, bro. It smells nice, so that's what I do. I apply it on my hair because I like my hair smelling nice. But this day, oh my god, I loved this makeup look. It was soft. I loved it. Got a lot of compliments. I loved my hair. By the way, there's a mini twists done by a Masai in Kenyatta Market. They are quite mini kabisa. I like an oily forehead. I don't know why, but I don't usually apply a lot of makeup on my forehead, by the way. Just my under eye, especially if it's a soft glam. I loved how this makeup turned out on this day, by the way. I loved it. I told you guys, I love powder. So I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, nah, this under eye is not as bright as I wanted it to be. So you can see I'm just tapping a little lightly to make sure that my eyes are so bright. You know, you need to see my eyes from the other side of the room, especially if it's a board meeting, bro. You need to see me shine. You need to see my face. My face card. Oh my god, I'm just remembering. This face card never declines, by the way. Lol. By me, I forgot to say this is Dasani. I love water, you know. Water helps keeping you energetic and it just... yeah, I love water. I always buy this bottle every day, 1 per day. Anyways, back to makeup. I think I'm packing up at this point because I am happy. Okay, I'm just tapping my face lightly. Just lightly. Guys, just lightly. Love yourself, sawa? Yeah, so I'm just packing up. I think I'm done, but yeah. Guys, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and just interact with the content. I'll be very appreciative. I'll be very blessed. And thank you so much if you've watched until here. We are almost at the end of the video. And it is so important. I am so grateful. I am so grateful, by the way. So I'm just touching up with my lips, on my lips. But I loved how this makeup turned out, by the way, on this day. Guys, can I ask you guys a question? Am I the only one who applies makeup to work every day? Me, bila makeup, I cannot survive. Like, people are like, Kwani, what time do you wake up? I wake up. We just know I wake up. Just like what Shera 7 says, bro. If when you apply makeup, you feel confident the whole day. You tackle your work, you feel even more motivated to do your work. So I'm just I'm spraying my setting spray. I don't know, I'm one of those people who are scared to use setting spray, so I usually apply the tiniest bit. And when you see someone applying the setting spray, you know they're done. So I told you guys I'm at work. I'm just removing my reflector. I want to put it on because you must have your reflector in your ID card on you, 247, and that is my money. A girl has money, thank God. Yeah, I'm not usually so keen on making sure my neck and my face match. Like, if someone has an issue with my face and neck not matching, that's their problem. But guys, just make sure it matches, yeah, to avoid people asking you a lot of questions. But if you've watched until the end of the video, I am so grateful. I am so thankful. Remember to please comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be very, 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 I'll interact, I'll respond. Yeah, so I'm just putting on my reflector. Let's make Nairobi work. As a civil servant, Nairobi must work. Yeah, I'm just admiring myself. I think I'll leave the hair. I'ma do a cannot braid. I'm not sure, but I love how this makeup turned out. Very soft. Oh my god, I look so beautiful. Oh my god, so beautiful, flawless, and so beautiful. And then now the hair, I had gone to buy lunch. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye.